I've not been on a bus for ages. Thank you. I remember having a real nightmare on the school bus as a kid. Bus full of teenagers. I was right at the front. The doors opened and I tried to get off while the bus was still in motion. Yeah, I put my feet down, went like that, flat on my face. As you can imagine, a bus full of teenagers, they didn't go easy on me. That wasn't too bad. It only cost me £4, £2 into Broomhill and then £2 to Ladybower. I normally park here and it costs me a lot more. So although we're on the back end of April, it's going to be quite chilly tonight, somewhere around 0 degrees. My quilt's only rated to 0, so it should be fun. I'm going to shut up for a minute and let this place do the talking. It doesn't matter whether it's raining, freezing cold, foggy. I never get sick of this place. Takes you back to being a kid, jumping on all these rocks, until you fall off them anyway. There's home for the night. This will have to do for the anemometer. That's not budging though. I don't think I've shown the inside of this yet. It's quite spacious, isn't it? It does taper down at the bottom. It's officially a 2-person tent, but probably just use this for me. Wow, look at them rays. Can't remember what they're called. Crepuscular, is it? This is the OEX Bandicoot 2, by the way. So I've shown a couple of the new OEX tents on some previous videos. The majority of the people, though, don't like the colour. Doesn't blend in. Seems like this one's had a bit more grief than some of the other brands, like MSR, bright red, some of them. Hilleberg's, bright red, some of them. Big Sky, Chinook, oranges, and Storm Stars, oranges. Life would be pretty boring though if we all liked the same thing. Look at that. pretty awesome here. Perfect conditions and all. Gone all northern as well. Feels a nice space to be in. There's not masses of headroom though. I'm a short arse, so I'm not bothered. You can see how lightweight and thin the material is. It's been a while. So in the last video where I was camping, I'd bought the Flextail Zero sleeping pad, and they've been in touch with me and they've sent me the mummy version, which is, it's not as wide, but it packs down a lot smaller. I will put a picture on the screen of the two of them side by side. Weighs less as well. So we'll see if this will be any good for my upcoming 7-day hiking trip. If it's as comfy as the wide one, I'll be happy. It's going to drop to around 0 overnight. And my quilt, that's only rated to 0 degrees, so sure we'll be alright. I've got my down jacket in case, just to boost things up a little bit. Right, I'm going to grab a seat and watch the light show. That is stunning. So the temperature's dropping as quick as the sun. The colours are incredible. Before I fire the Jetboil up, I quickly want to thank Squarespace again, who's kindly sponsored this video. And if you don't know who Squarespace are, they're the #1 place to go if you want to have a go at building a website all by yourself. They make it really easy to do. They have ready-made templates, or you can use their build your own template feature where you can choose from a variety of different elements, then add your own photos and text, and within a couple of hours, you'll have a website. We use our website for selling things like bobble hats and t-shirts. I also use it to promote the YouTube channel, as well as sending out emails using their email marketing feature. Doesn't matter what you want a website for, Squarespace has got you covered. So if you fancy having a go at building a website of your own, then click the link in the description below or head over to squarespace.com/Paul Messner. You'll get a totally free trial, and then when you're ready to go live, you'll get 10% off your first purchase. The sky's awesome no matter which direction you look. Reds, blues, whites. I've definitely dropped lucky with this tonight. So I'm going full on Rambo tactical today. Army ration pack, all day breakfast. Not had the Jetboil out for a while. Not this one anyway. I've had the stash out a fair few times, but Minimo, it's just been gathering dust on the shelf. Just had a very lucky escape. I don't know if I'm the only person that does this. When I'm putting my boots on and off, I just tend to tuck the laces and then just step inside, so it's easy to get them on and off. But one of the laces has caught on the hook on the other boot, and I've tripped. It's just like it's ripped through my boot. I tripped but didn't fall over. Not impressed with that at all. Can't believe that's how easy that's torn, just from tripping over a lace. Fortunately, I was just here on the grass, didn't fall, but if I'd have been up on them rocks, could have been catastrophic. So I'm not going to do that again. On a positive note, it's laced up again all right. So I haven't got to walk home literally barefoot. How did Crocodile Dundee say it? You can live off it, but it tastes like... Soon be time to dig the torch out. Do the washing up while I can still see. There we go, all clean. It's dropped really cold. Need to be careful on here. Made sure my laces are tied. Don't worry. Looks like all the lights are on at home again. The grouse are having a right chatter. Faint little orange tinge where the sun went down. So I've seen a couple of fell runners, that is it. Me and Joe, we went towards Bakewell, Hassop railway station cafe, and had a bit of lunch and then walked for a little bit on the Monsell Trail. Took us an age to park. The place was absolutely rammed. Weekends are a different kettle of fish. You're much better off coming to the Peak District midweek. So we just had a few drops of rain. It was forecast a 0 chance of rain, but it is the Peak District. It is chilly though. I don't think I'm going to need this to sleep in, but it's going to be, touch and go with this quilt, I think. I think it would be a little bit too cosy in here with 2 people. It is a bit of an unwritten rule though. A 2-person tent is a 1-person tent plus the gear. A 3-person tent is a 2-person tent plus gear, so I wouldn't be using this with 2 of us anyway. I'm right in the middle of the tent. There's plenty of space for your gear either side. I've had to be extra mindful of the weather conditions for this camp. If the winds were extreme or there were thunderstorms or something like that, and I actually had to bail, I'm on the bus, aren't I? So I've got nowhere to go. I'd just be able to get off the hill, that's about it, and then it's probably a, 8-10 mile walk home. I don't fancy that. The only thing I've got to worry about is the cold. Says 1 degree on this one. The quilt's rated down to 0. I have got extra layers if I need them, so shouldn't really be a problem. But this is the Peak District and you never really know, do you? I woke up a little bit cold about 4:30, so I've had to put another layer on. So the wind's picking up a little bit. God, it's cold. Doesn't look like we're getting the sunrise. Can't have it all, can you? I've had to come back in. Fingers are numb and I've only been out there a few minutes. It's stinging. I only bought these gloves with me and they're no good for trying to sort your fly out and setting a time lapse going. So I definitely pushed the limits on the quilt last night. My feet and legs were toasty warm. I keep moving about in my sleep and quilts create drafts and it was freezing. So kept getting a chill on my chest and shoulders, so at 4:30 I had to drag the coat out. Gorgeous morning. Definitely crisp. There's a couple of different spots to pitch up round here. Some nice flat bits of grass there. so a bit more bearable with the gloves on. Hopefully that sun warms things up a bit. Not a single drop of condensation last night. The fly's got plenty of ventilation and the inner's at least 3/4 mesh. Let me show you these boots. Proper mess. Winterproof. It's just like sliced it with the other lace. It's still wearable, but for that price I would expect a lot better. The fly sheet on this is really thin. It lets a lot of light through, which is perfect now when I'm just having a little coffee. But when the sun's rising at 4:30 in the morning and you want a bit of a lie-in, you might need some of those eye patch things to block some of the light out. What do you think? Do you like it? In just under 2 weeks I'm going to be doing the West Highland Way, and today's trip was a bit of a tester for some of the gear that I was hoping to take with me anyway. I was going to take this Thermarest Vesper, but I think I'm going to go with my UGQ Outlaw instead. It's a bit warmer and it packs down almost as small. This Flextail pad is definitely going. It's the most comfortable pad I've got. I was going to take the Minimo Tensor, but this is more comfortable. And the pack size on this is only a little bit bigger. I haven't made my mind up with the stove. I think I'm going to take gas. Probably something a bit smaller than the Minimo though. Some tough decisions, but I've got plenty of options. I definitely won't be wearing those Vivos though. I've been using the G-Packs backpack for the last couple of months, but today I thought I'd try the Atom Packs again, Mo EP50. This is a better pack. This is the one I'm going to be taking on the West Highland Way. It's just got more features on it. Bottle pockets, hip belt pockets, and I prefer the way the bungee system works. I used it last year on the Cumbria Way and it worked really well. This makes a really pleasant change. Packing away a tent that is bone dry. I put a little footprint underneath it as well, so for once a tent that won't need airing out. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Even the bottom's dry. The footprint isn't specifically for the tent, it's just a generic one that I've got. The floor on the bandicoot's quite thin, it just gives it that little bit more protection. It does bump the weight up a little bit obviously. Lovely little spot that. Right, let's see what else we can find, and hopefully there's a bus at the end of the track.